Welcome to the YTG Podcast. My name is Nico. I'm an automotive marketing specialist and a racing car driver.
And my name is Sean Baker. I am the founder of this little shed in Keysborough, Young Timers Garage, or YTG. And this is Young Timers Garage dog, Priscilla.
Such a cutie. So YTG is a luxury car dealership here in Melbourne, Australia. And we started the show to talk about everything that goes on.
And New Zealand.
And New Zealand, of course, and New Zealand. And we talk about everything that goes on inside the automotive market in Australia and globally across the world.
All the good,
some
all the bad.
crazy stuff happens in the car industry, mate.
Yeah.
And there are some wild stories in the office. And so we decided, why not sit down and
have a bit of fun and talk about it. So welcome, enjoy, and look forward to your feedback in the future.
Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. A bit of an emergency episode that we threw together last minute after I got a DM last night from our special guest, Tom, otherwise known as TGE. For those of you who don't know, Tom is a YouTuber from the UK. It's been a pleasure hanging out today. Thank you for coming on the show, mate.
Sorry for ruining your Sunday. Thanks very much for having me.
That's a good way to enjoy Sunday.
Literally landed last night, pinged you a DM. One of my followers said, come and see you guys. Zero organisation. I didn't expect to have a day off. So thanks very much.
Awesome. No, it's been a good day. I want to kick things off. I mentioned to a bunch of my different mates that I was going to hang out with you today, and 90% of them said, never heard of him. So, can you...
You need new mates. No, that's a good sign.
Tell the audience, who are you? What do you do? What's your backstory?
My name is Tom, aka TGE on the internet. I am a car collector and a YouTuber in the UK. I do various other things, but the most relevant, the most interesting is the car related element. So I've been documenting my car buying and selling and modifying journey online since 2016 now, I think, on YouTube.
Okay.
I would call myself one of the OGs now.
Yeah.
But I was actually a relative latecomer when you think of kind of your SeenThroughGlasses, your Paul Wallaces, and your other kind of UK, your Schmees. I was actually late to the party.
Well, I mean, so was Mr. JWW comparatively.
Yeah, so I was even in after him.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, so, but now I would say I kind of feel like almost an OG of it. I kind of feel more part of that original group than now the kind of latest batch of YouTubers that are absolutely crushing it. So, no, it's been a cool journey. I effectively just get to mess around for a living, so very happy. Yeah, and it's brought me to the other side of the world to come and, well, I say mess around, but obviously be very professional filming for 3 weeks with a brand.
Mate, it's a lot better than what most people are doing for work.
It looks good, and that's the trick.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's all about how you appear on Instagram. That's all that matters in life.
Yeah. If you sell people the dream, they'll eventually buy it for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Yep. So, what's your work history like? Like, where have you gotten from when you were coming out of school to now? What have you done?
I actually started sort of fairly normally. I actually went to law school. I went to university, I did law, then I went into banking for 10 years, absolutely hated it, hated everything about it, hated the office environment, hated my colleagues, no offense, none of them were watching. I just couldn't stand it. And I knew my earnings were always going to be capped.
Yep.
But my routine and life was actually going to be set out for me. And I didn't like those two things. Yeah. Like 30 years, 40 years at a desk. And actually I looked down the corridor kind of at my boss and I thought, I need to earn more money than that. And I don't want to be 50, 60 at a desk doing this. So thought, how can I mess around for a living? In steps Paul Wallace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'd started a fitness company around the same time that I went into banking.
Right.
We were big on social media then, like pushing that. And I knew Paul because he was in the similar sphere in cars, pushing the whole car side and trying to build his thing in cars. I was trying to build it in fitness. And we cross-promoted. And I was interested how he could seemingly just mess about, do what he wanted to do with cars, buy an R8 and make money out of it.
Yep.
And a light bulb went above my head and I just thought, I'm sure I could give that a go. And even if I do half as well, at least I'm not hating my life every day. I can just go and faff around in cars. So yeah, I gave it a go. So shout out Paul Wallace basically.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And these days I just make content basically.
So how long ago did the actual car stuff kick off?
2016, I made my first video, I think collecting a Lamborghini Huracan or a Cayman GT4.
Awesome. Was that a stretch for you at the time to sort of step into that?
Yeah, it was a bit, but I did some quick sort of fag packet maths, and I realized that if I bought a car that didn't depreciate, ideally sort of held or went up, I could afford the cash flow on the monthlies, and I could make that in social media every single month.
Nice.
Then I'm getting a free Lambo, and that's all I needed to hear, really.
Boy,
free
math
Lambo.
is the best.
Yeah. There were zero other considerations other than the fact that I just want to mess around and do what I love for a living, and then that won't feel like work.
Yep, absolutely. Huracan's an interesting choice. That's not something I would have picked as a non-depreciating asset.
Rear-wheel drive.
Okay.
LB580.
Right.
It was a ex-demo VAT qualifying car in the UK, and actually it didn't go down.
Really?
No. And it wasn't the most intelligent choice. I got away with it, but it wasn't the most intelligent choice.
Interesting.
But I actually don't think they're any less than really what I paid then. That they kind of, because they're quite rare and they're actually really good. Rear-wheel drive Hurricanes are unbelievable. No one really talks about them enough.
Okay.
Pretty niche, but
Yeah, I mean, new version of a Balboni, basically.
yeah. And the rear-wheel drive Evo, I bought one of those as well.
Okay.
I think I made money on that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Geez, I would never have put money on that.
Making money on a Hurricane is chaos.
That's crazy.
Yeah, somehow.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, I guess you're kind of known for your car decisions being somewhat profitable.
I don't want to be known as a seller, though. I'm not someone that kind of buys and sells.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to just buy and hold, and if I don't like it or just fall out of love with it, then I will get rid of it. But the aim is to keep accumulating and hoarding. Yep. Basically. But sometimes things have to go because you're just sick of them, or you spot that you might be able to you might be about to kind of lose your shirt. So sometimes they have to go. Yeah. I can't afford to hold on to some things and stomach the loss. I physically can't. So I've got to.
Yeah. Well, I guess let's run through the current collection. What have you got in the garage?
In the garage, then we'll start with the most Larry stuff first. I have a Carrera GT, black with ascot interior, 2006 car. I have a Jaguar XJ220.
They're beautiful.
I'm sure we'll get onto them.
Yeah, absolutely.
We will get onto them. I adore it. I have a Ferrari 250 GT Pininfarina Coupe.
We've lost a light. Tristan, we've lost a light.
I actually look better in the dark. Ferrari 250 GT Pininfarina Coupe. I've got a 997.2 GT3 RS.
That's cool.
I always get asked on a nice day, and you've got all the keys in a bowl, which car would you pick to drive? It's always the 997 GT3 RS.
Yeah.
So it's the best. It's only the 3.8, but it's unbelievable.
They are still massively valuable cars.
It is now, yeah. Not when I bought it. I paid 120 something GBP. So what's that? 240 Aussie.
That's wild.
Yeah. I've got an SLS AMG. Gullwing, the coupe. Yeah. I've got a manual Ferrari F430.
That's something I want to have one day. And I was actually just talking to the boys the other day. If I had the cash to pick an investment car right now, it'd probably be that.
The boat is definitely leaving the harbour already.
Yeah.
It's off, and I think people are realizing that they didn't make many of them, and that is kind of peak Ferrari ingredients just in a pot.
Yeah.
What else have I got? I don't know when this podcast is going out, so I'm just going to leak it anyway. I've just bought a 599 HGTE.
So cool.
Rare as hen's teeth. Load of GTO bits on a 599. GTO is £1 million quid, and a standard 599 is amazing, and you just get the best of both worlds in actually a rarer package.
Yeah.
Unreal. And I don't think people really know what that package is.
No, I don't think so. No.
So I'm going to be banging the drum about that. I've just bought a TVR Tuscan Mark 1 with flip paint.
What?
Sucker for punishment, clearly.
Clearly. I mean, I'm a lease owner, so I get it, but what?
Look, British kid that grew up in the 90s, and, teenage years.
It's just cool.
Yeah. Flip paint. I don't care.
Yeah.
I am not justifying it to anyone. I really want one. I've done it. I just think they're cool. They're going to be exportable to the US next year.
Oh, okay.
So I either buy one now for buttons.
Yep.
Or I just
give up on
regret it.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to go astronomical, but I do think they could easily double because they're not much money now. They're sort of 30 odd grand in the UK, so 60 Aussie thereabouts. What else have I got? I have an Isuzu Via Cross which
I don't even know what that is.
I've got you. Fine. I'm sure some of your viewers will know what an Isuzu V-Cross is. Not its best claim to fame, but Kanye West drives around LA in a yellow one. It looks like a Croc, the shoe.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Or like a shoe with just rubber bumpers stuck around it. Those
Why?
you wear gardening.
Why do you have one of those?
They're actually really cool. Like, it's a homologation for their Dakar rally car.
Right.
They won Dakar. It's got a DOHC V6 in it.
Yep.
It's got proper diffs. It's got carbon door skins, like Momo steering wheel, Recaro seats. They're cool. They're actually really cool.
That does.
And they're rare. They never made them for the UK market. That car does make a very unique, niche, pointless case for itself. I like them a lot.
Interesting. I mean, it's hard to mock anything that was built for homologation.
Yeah.
Period.
And again, like, whatever. I'm just into variety. I'm just into design, into stories. And, I bought it rotting off some bloke's driveway in the UK for $5,000, which in retrospect actually now was a rip-off. At the time I was like, yes, I'm nicking it, but it needs an engine rebuild. Someone's spilled a can of paint over the inside. It's carnage. But yeah, I need to bring that back to the channel. It's been festering. What else? I've got a Brabus 4x4 squared G500.
That's an interesting choice.
Again, though, design, it's from a period where Mercedes aren't going to do anything that stupid ever again.
Yeah, agreed.
And Brabus is going from strength to strength. I think Brabus is actually quite a cool brand. You might not agree with all of what they do, but I definitely don't think they're a Mansory. I think they're actually...
No, agreed.
They're more of an engineering house and more of a kind of decent design house than, a lot of these customizers. I think they get a bad rap.
Yeah.
And it's a factory Brabus car. And the original owner was Pagani UK. This is Pagani on the logbook. The guy that I think ran Pagani UK, he ordered a Zonda and a Brabus 4x4 squared in the same spec. And the security used to tail it around London. So I have that car.
That's cool.
But I bought it. It was wrapped matte black. I kind of saved it, really. It was a bit sort of scruffy. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool piece of design and engineering, portal axles, blah, 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 twin shocks. I have a Defender that I run around in, new one, 90, who cares, and a Mercedes EQA. I think that's it.
EQA.
EQA. Do you like that one, audience? Let me know in the comments.
I don't think that's an acceptable car here. Well, famously, EVs are banned from the showroom here.
Really?
Sean.
Now, look, I'm over here with Mercedes, so I wouldn't slag them anyway, but I obviously love Mercedes. I've had a load over the years. I've got 3 in the collection now. The EQA was a car that I bought. I didn't get a discount on it. Well, it's on a lease. I paid for it.
Yep.
But as a day-to-day car, it's not bad. I actually like using electric cars every single day. I'm not going to bang on about electric cars, don't tune out, but I think as a day-to-day for those grudge journeys in and out of town, particularly London. I mean, you guys, you kind of, safety's not a huge concern here. You have long pieces of road. You don't really get too much traffic. You don't have congestion charge or anything.
No.
So a lot of those points that I'm about to raise, they're moot points here. But for the UK and my style of living, that car day-to-day is great.
Do you live closer into the city where that... So you need a small town car?
I'm always in and out.
Yeah.
I'm not that close, but I'm always in and out. The range is decent. And I don't like having a car I love to do journeys I hate in.
Yeah.
It's the quickest way to hate a car that you love is to do journeys you hate in it.
Yeah.
Day to day.
Yeah.
And all those rubbish little journeys like driving to the gym and blah, blah, short heat cycles, you can very quickly just destroy a car that you actually really like.
Yeah.
And an EV, it doesn't matter. I plug it in on my driveway. Anyway, none of you care. None of you care. But I just want to flag that I'm not a complete weirdo. And I do think EVs have a place.
Well, I mean, the rest of your collection could probably forgive the one.
I think I get away with it because the rest of the stuff, if it was just the EQA, well, I wouldn't be here, would I? You wouldn't have let me in the building. So, yeah, it's a cool car.
Bloody awesome. So let's talk about the XJ220.
Yes.
Because that's cool. That's cool. Obviously, we've got this one here for several years now.
Yeah, for a few years.
We've had it here for a while. As we were sort of talking about before, the market here is weird. It's just so separated from the world. There's a lot of money here, but people are scared to spend. And there just isn't that, I guess, reassurance. There's only so many people here that you can sell something like that to. And once you're around those people, what do you do, you know?
Is it the only one here? Did Dutton have one as well?
I think there's 5 in the country.
Really?
Yeah.
It's quite a lot.
Yeah.
Considering how few they made.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And is anyone else shifting them? Has anyone else sold them here?
Not very often.
Anyone bought one? It was probably
Not very
a better
often.
way of phrasing it.
Yeah, well, the one at Dutton was sort of the opposite to this car. This is a low K perfect car. The Dutton car was the complete opposite. It was a car with a history. So that one's a bit cheaper than this. But even still, this one is still ridiculously cheap. And I believe we're going to sell it back to its homeland. Because just go on boat.
Right drive car.
Because it's so cheap comparatively. But it is a completely original car. It hasn't had the fuel tank, the belts and everything done. It's an art piece at the moment.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it goes to the UK, then that just goes to Don Law first. He has a little go on it.
Yeah.
You know, a few quid if you want to start using it, or you just...
That's the thing. If you want to start using it, and we actually had a fair bit of inquiry on it. It's just getting people across the line that's hard. We brought someone in the other day on it, talking about the car and bringing up the servicing side of things. And the question comes up, do you need to do that stuff? Because why spend, 60, 70,000, whatever, to rip the car in half and do the fuel tank just to then sit it in the collection and not use it?
I don't think it's that much for tanks.
No, reckon?
No, nowhere near.
Interesting.
No, it's not. Ring Dawn.
Well, when you include shipping the car over and back.
When you include that, yeah, you might. Yeah. What, $6,000 each way? Or 12 Aussie each way?
Give or take.
I think for a full recommissioning, if it's screwed, maybe you might get there. But
well, I mean, it needs belts, it needs everything, right? So.
Yeah, I don't. Look, I'm really bullish on the XJ220. I think.
Oh, obviously.
If you look at that class of the 90s, it's rarer than an F50.
Yeah,
it's faster than an F50. It's got a race engine in it, and now we're seeing the V6s are actually acceptable, and the engine in it is stonking. It should have had a V12. That's why people wanted refund. There are so many myths about that car, and so many of them are just regurgitated guff.
Yeah.
It's a proper thing. As a feat of engineering, it's amazing. It's still. I don't know if anyone's seen the video of it drag racing a Zonda. It beat it.
Oh, dude,
it's rapid.
Seriously fast.
They are absolutely rapid. It was the Nürburgring record holder for 10 years.
Yeah.
It was obviously the land speed record holder for a production car until the F1 beat it. There are just so many cool things about that car. There's only about 260 built. 60, 70 right drive cars. So that's a rare car.
Yeah.
It's in the most popular color.
Yeah.
But I think silver probably suits it the best. Mine's Le Mans blue. They're unbelievable. And like a lot of cars of the era, they are crap in a lot of ways.
Oh, they all are.
But then the only thing worse than a car from the 90s is a car from the 80s. They're even worse.
Yeah.
And they just get progressively crapper as you get older.
Yeah.
It's actually quite easy to drive around town. I think people are missing a trick with those. I had the same conversation when I bought my Carrera GT. People saying, why do you want to buy one of those? Blah, blah, blah. And that's the period at which you buy these cars. You don't buy these cars when they make sense. And everyone's saying, yeah, that's a great buy. Right. You buy before anyone else gets it. You buy before the popular consensus turns. And if you compare, like EB110, GT1, F50, McLaren F1, all these cars, even 959, F40.
Yeah.
Any of these cars, they're all millions. And that's $500,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's rarer than bar the F1 and maybe the Bugatti.
Yep.
It's rarer than a lot of them.
Absolutely.
And I would say that was probably the original hypercar. In its day, the retail price on that car was the equivalent today of 1.1 million pounds. So 2 million Aussie thereabouts. It's the fastest car in the world. It was the original hypercar. It was the hypercar of its day, and all the stuff about people cancelling their deposits and getting refunds. The order form never had a V12 on it. It said the spec. It's not like Jag. People paid their deposit for a V12 and then they got a different engine. That wasn't the case.
Okay.
There was a big stock market collapse. I think in the 92. I mean, I was about that big at that time, but I was probably 15 at the time. Botox is working. But there's a massive stock market collapse. And people had 50 grand deposit down on these cars, and 50 grand back then.
A lot of money.
A huge amount of money.
Yeah.
So people were tugging their deposits left, right, and centre. And as an excuse and a reason to get their deposit back, they made up, they had to have a reason to get their deposits back. So they started suing. So there's lots of misinformation about the car. Not that it really matters now. But the engines from a race car, it's really cool and it's made properly.
Yeah.
They don't rust because they're aluminium tube, I think.
Yep.
So they all just last forever. And there are developments now going behind the scenes whereby things like fuel tanks, people are saying, like with F40s, they had the bladder, the bags and blah, blah, blah. Thing of the past.
Yep.
You can just put in, tanks now that just last forever. There's all sorts of people behind the scenes, very clever people doing stuff for the XJ220. So we're going to see the maintenance on them become even easier. Don, I think, is, working on bits and bobs for these cars. So yeah, and you look at what happened with Veyrons when the maintenance started to become easier and less scary.
Yep.
When it became from Bugatti through to specialists like Furlonger in the UK, I don't know who you've got over here. Prices went through the roof because people thought, oh, well, I don't need to spend 90 grand every time for an oil change. It's now no longer just a blank check moment getting the car serviced.
Yep.
LAFs, when the battery warranty came out.
Oh yeah.
They jumped about $1 million because people suddenly, the ultra rich, they're not stupid. They don't want to buy something that could just be a blank check moment every time it needs a service. They're not idiots. They want a fixed cost, or they want some sort of stop loss in place. They want some sort of guarantee that they're not just getting it folded in half with their trousers down every time they need to get the thing maintained.
Yeah.
And it happened with the LAF as well. And we're going to see that with these. And actually the servicing costs, they're not scary. It's a bit of a faff sending stuff to the UK. I guess you guys are used to it anyway, sending stuff around the world.
Yeah, you sort of have to. When we're so isolated over here, there's only so much you can do.
So I think someone should buy that. I'm not on commission, but I think someone should buy that. And we'll look at this in 2-3 years' time, and I'll eat this hat if you don't double your money.
Yep.
It wasn't a contract.
There you go.
Not legally binding.
Look, I've done more Ks in that car in the last decade than anyone.
Really?
And I can't. The thing that got me was how easy it is to drive.
Yeah, they
besides the contact points, the steering and the pedals being just a little bit heavy because it's an old hypercar, you expect it to be light. Besides them being a little bit heavy, it's perfect. It's easy to drive. Everything works. Nothing is complicated.
No.
It's
I think it's unbelievable. And you get a panoramic roof. What car can you do 217 miles an hour and not that you would want to? I don't think you'd want to do that in the car. You got a panoramic roof.
And that gets everyone. Every single person I sit in that car gets in it and goes, oh, it's a sunroof. Like I can see through it.
I think, and I actually don't know, and I should know, I think that's an option.
Oh, really?
I think that's an option. There we go.
They all had it.
I read something the other day that I don't think they all did, but maybe I made that up. Someone will know.
Yeah, okay. It definitely changes the experience of sitting in the car because it does feel very open air.
It's unreal.
It's awesome.
And the noises from the engine behind you.
The turbo noises.
I took my twin brother out in mine on an A road near me, and we were just crying with laughter.
Yeah.
I was just coming off the boost, going back on again.
Yep.
And the rev gauge on them, I mean, they all do it.
Yeah.
It just does all this. It kind of flutters almost like with the turbo. It's complete carnage. And every time I post a video of me driving the car and you can see the rev gauge, people say, it's broken.
Yeah.
It's just extra 220 things.
Yep.
That's just what they do.
Yep, absolutely.
It's a quirk. Yeah. And everyone always tells you as well, watch out for the head unit falling out. Because Clark's race, and the head unit fell out.
Yeah.
Nuts. It hasn't happened yet, but I think something like they didn't. I think that car was buggered. I don't know. Who knows?
Huh? Sunroof was an option. There you go.
Sunroof was an option. There we go. Get that on the spec sheet now. No, you are going to sell it now. Do we know how much it was?
Get better, Tristan. Get better.
Poor researchers on this show. Poor guests as well.
All right, well, let's change gears and talk about the modern car market because we've just had, the Jaguar Fast was a couple of years ago now. We have Jaguar, we had Ferrari Luce, we've had this Audi Nuvolari. BMW, have you seen the new M3 thing that BMW
It looks cool, but who cares?
What is going on?
It's like buying a really fancy toaster. Yeah, it looks nice, but who cares?
Yep. And the problem is, what I'm seeing is people like you and I, Sean, car enthusiasts, people who actually love and enjoy, are passionate for cars, are starting to completely lose care with everything that's coming out in the new market at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm honestly not asked about any of it.
Yeah.
And it's such a grumpy, negative way to be, and I don't think it's cool being like that. I just genuinely don't care.
That's right. Yeah, and
Unless I'm being paid to care.
I think that speaks volumes for the new car market than it does for the car enthusiasts. Because if they're doing things that car enthusiasts don't care about, that's a problem.
And I say that, but I don't wish ill on any of these manufacturers.
No, not at all.
I want the brands that I love and that I've bought and that I collect to, if they have to sell some guff to stay alive, flog some guff. Fantastic. You know, and I get not everyone's a car enthusiast and likes smelly engines and blah, blah. And some people just need transport. In the same way that I've got an EQA.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But I do hope that, you know, Ferrari making that abomination electric thing, that can then help them satisfy some reg, or I was going to say make them some money, but
It's got to be the only reason.
Make them no money at all.
No one's going to buy that.
No, they're not going to buy that. And they really easily could have sold those cars still with a Ferrari name attached to it. But they missed the mark, and I think it's arrogance that's made them miss the mark.
I would have said delusion.
Yeah, but basically the same thing. I think they've just been drinking their Kool-Aid, and you know, someone's ultimately not just put their hand up and gone, absolutely not. This is not a thing. This is poo. Everyone stop.
How did that car, that concept, that idea make it past every level of, you know, board and approval and market? Like, how?
I don't think they should be making an electric car, but I understand that they probably have to.
It's because of the fleet carbon.
So I get that.
Yeah.
That's fine. They're going to have to make an electric car.
Yeah.
Which is disappointing in itself, but we can overcome that. But I do think that the price is outrageous. It's insulting. It's absolutely insulting. It's horrendous. That price is a joke. They could have sold them. If they put them at 150, 200, and, you know, with company benefits and blah, blah, to even 250, possibly 300 euros.
Yep.
Might go away with it. You'd have some people buying them, I'm sure. You know, wipe out a bit of profit, blah, blah, whatever. Get the next car. But the 500 is just taking the absolute piss. And I think if they'd created a sub-brand like Dino, for example, they had this different badging, they had this Luce line of electric cars.
Yeah.
We could have let them get away with it.
Yeah.
The price still would have been a beef, but we could have let them get away with it.
No one hates Porsche for making Macans and Cayennes, right?
Exactly, because they price them fairly. They're great day-to-day cars. They don't look like, I was going to say a really horrible word. They don't look awful. And they're great cars. And I'm sure that Ferrari is a great car. It's £500,000.
Yeah. It's
Absolutely
crazy.
not. So, yeah, I think they could have done an Apple car, because it basically is an Apple car.
It would have sold much better as an Apple car.
Apple car, powered by Ferrari, developed powertrains by Scuderia Ferrari F1, put some marketing in there. And
Can you really even say power changed by Ferrari? All electric motors are just electric motors.
Surely. Yeah. I don't know.
And that's my problem with electric cars is I've got no problem in them existing as an option. My problem is when people say that they're going to replace supercars or cars that have soul and passion with electric cars. That's the issue, right? They're all the same. Like, how we're going back to what it was way back pre-war, when you just have a chassis and everybody makes different bodies for it. Because all these electric cars are just a chassis with batteries and electric motors. There is no, what's the difference between a V6 and a V12? A world of difference. What's the difference between the electric motors in a Jag and a BMW? Nothing.
And particularly not when you've basically only got really the big automakers. You've got Chery Group, you've got Geely.
Yep.
You've got like Stellantis making electric stuff. And then you've basically got the VAG Group.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've missed one or two, but you get my point.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Yeah. It's kind of like protein powders. You've only got a few people making whey protein, and then it's just branding on top.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't have a problem with electric cars, but I do have a problem with that electric car being launched in the way it did and the way that electric car looks and the price of it.
Yeah, no, it was just a miss.
And I love Ferrari.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even really hate their new stuff. I don't mind the Purosangue, whatever. Would I buy one?
Nah.
Maybe, probably not. 849 Testarossa, using the names of travesty, but I don't mind it. They're bold. It is exciting to look at. I'm sure it's exciting to drive. It's mental fast. You know, it is doing the Ferrari thing, I think. It's not what I love about Ferrari, but it's doing enough of the Ferrari thing to justify the badge. But that new thing is just turd.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've thrown a lot of shade at modern Ferrari in general. Yeah, SF90, 849, all that sort of stuff.
296 is a good car, and we were speaking about this earlier.
About that, yeah.
I love the 296. I think the 296 drives amazing. Would I spend money on it? They're now at the point where I'm considering it. It's an amazing car to drive.
This is the good thing about all of these modern supercars that have gone against the traditional grain in a sense. They've just, the depreciation has been colossal, which means they're all brilliant value now, several years on.
If you look at the package an SF90 offers or a 296 offers, 10 years ago, if Porsche released it, you would have called it a 918.
Yeah.
You would have called it a LAF, part of the V12.
Yeah.
So really what you're getting for, a couple 100,000 these days is insane. And the 296 is a really good. I know you want to hate it. I know you're.
I want to hate it.
Look, shut up, Tom. I got in the 296. I got lent one. I was like, I'm going to hate this thing. I got it, and I was like, sticking my finger up at it for those that can't see, and I loved it. It sounds good. It drives good. The tech bar, the touchscreen is amazing. The hybrid technology, it feels like an asset as opposed to taking away from the car.
Yep.
I think it's added another dimension to super, and I think they've done it perfectly. I think that's a really good example of plug-in hybrid technology in a supercar that doesn't ruin it, actually makes it better. I liked driving silently off my driveway, going down the road, and then just cold starting it past my neighbour's house. On the move, you cold start it past their house. Same place every single morning, whack on the way past. By the time they realise that their windows are rattling, they look outside, you've gone.
It's
perfect. Yeah. 296 is a great car. And if you can find a spicy one with like Assetto Fiorano and some Larry bits, they've halved in value. Great.
Yeah, look, I will hold my judgment a little bit on those cars because I haven't spent a lot of time in them and around them.
Try a 296. For anyone bashing them, you might not like the way it looks, but I do think they are.
Yeah, look, I'd be keen to try one and have my say. I think when you turned everything off, I probably wouldn't mind it as a car. There's very few flappy paddle cars that I have walked away from going, yeah, look, I like that so much so I'd actually buy one. I'm very much a manual guy.
Yeah.
I'm a race car driver. I need the rawest, most engaging in control thing that I can. And so flappy paddles as a whole is mostly a no for me. There are a few exceptions. I'd like to try it and then make a judgment. I've gone hard in a 458 and a 488, and for me, the line is somewhere in the middle. The 458, when I drove that hard, I had to concentrate. There was not safety features enough. Like you had to know what you were doing. Yeah. When you are putting your foot down through a corner and you go for a gear shift out of it, like it'll do things. It'll move around. You got to pay attention. A lot like a 430, but a 488. First time I ever drove it, off the limiter in third gear, and it felt like I was just like the car was just doing everything, all the thinking. Like, how is a car bouncing off the limiter in third gear, wheel spinning, and I can feel nothing through the steering wheel?
Really?
How is that a thing?
I think your average punter, though, probably quite like that.
Well,
you're in the minority.
That's why they're making these cars for the masses, not for the few absolutely mental like me, So I totally get why they're that way, but walking away from the 488 experience going, probably not. I'd have to think that the 296 was more of that.
I think you might hate the 296 then. after that strong recommendation, you might well hate it. It does sound good though. You're not going to get me on that. It does sound good.
Look, I'll happily drive one and potentially turning all the aids off and actually getting the car to take all of its safety barriers away and I can actually drive the thing. Maybe I would enjoy it.
I didn't do that just as well for everyone.
You wouldn't?
No, I've got no idea what I'm doing behind the wheel. Which in a funny way does make me a safe driver in that I know that I'm useless.
People who know their limits are fine. It's the people who don't understand their limits and just blow straight over them.
It's people that turn up to a track day with absolutely zero race experience, with their own driving shoes and gloves. They're the ones you do not want to get, or helmet. You do not want to get in a car with them. If you've raced and stuff, then even so, we all make mistakes, but
Oh, absolutely.
I see them on track experience things all the time, and these people that turn up and they've got their own like little Sparko shoes or whatever, and you just think, I don't want to be anywhere near you. Nowhere near. You're still a Billy, but you've just got Larry shoes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that's a scary place to be.
Absolutely. I mean, the supercar drivers having no idea how to drive, that stereotype comes from somewhere, right?
Yeah, some of these tours, we have them in the UK. We have sort of car clubs and things, and some of the driving and some of the old boys are just getting these cars, and there's constant crashes.
Yeah,
they never get publicised.
Yeah,
and actually, it's such a moot point. It's pointless even mentioning it, but your insurance in the UK isn't valid if you're on an organised driving Larry tour.
What?
Check your insurance.
What?
Yeah. So if you are in a smash on one of these tours, get those bloody stickers off it. Wait for everyone to disappear, and then claim.
So if you're doing, I mean, the most expensive option that comes to mind is the Gumball 3000. But if you're doing a rally like that, you're not covered by your insurance.
Standard insurance policies, no. All the insurance policies I've had, because obviously I've got to get a specialist, like manually underwritten, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually exclude organised rallies, and I actually used to host my own one, and I had to call my insurance company and get them specifically to write a note on my policy saying I was an organiser and I was working at it and I was not a participant, like as a punter. I was specifically working as media at my own rally. Wow. So there was a smash, I'm insured, and I was like, put that note on your system because I don't want you any wiggling, and they will wiggle.
Of course
they're a business.
Yeah, bloody oath.
So that's probably the most useful thing I'll probably tell anyone. But I don't know. I guess in the same way you can get insured to drive on a track in a road car, I'm sure you can get it written in.
That's crazy, because obviously we're the same way with the track stuff. You're not insured if you take your road car on track.
No.
Rallies, never heard of anything like that before.
Because, it's effectively just sort of organised road racing is what it turns into. And insurers know that. They're not stupid. They got the data to back it up.
You're not wrong.
they know full well what's going on. Yeah. So you go steady on that one, everyone.
The thing that I've been hearing whispers about that I'm terrified we're heading towards is black boxes in cars.
Yeah, new cars, they've already got all of that stuff. They're already keeping an eye on you. The Teslas in America are already reporting every time it does that beeping.
Yeah, well, what I think we're one step away from is insurance companies saying, we will not insure you unless you have a black box in your car.
Yeah, that's carnage at that point. But there'll be chop shops. You just take it out.
But then you're not covered by insurance. Can't claim.
Stick it on your nan's Micra for a while, and then if you have a shunt, stick it back in. I don't know what the answer is. I always think there's got to be a way around it. Not that I would ever obviously break any rules like that. You've got to be complete. I'm always 100%. Yeah. But I always think for those bad actors out there that would want to, there would be an option.
Well, it's a hard one because, like, if you stack on a mountain road somewhere, the black box needs to show that you were driving on that mountain road somewhere, right?
You've got to recover it, shovel it somewhere else, or set fire to it. I don't know. There was a guy actually in the UK. He was on an airstrip and he crashed. He 488 off the end of the airstrip. Took out some landing lights. You know, the little lamps that kind of guide the... Yeah. And they look like, just sort of little lanterns on the floor, little cute things. Not when you hit them at like 150 or whatever the hell he hit them at. These are big things, just destroyed the thing. Anyway, he was obviously being a Burke on an airstrip. No insurance company insuring you to do that. He dragged his car onto the road nearby. This is a friend of a friend, so hopefully no one can work out who it is in the UK. He dragged it into the road and then claimed he crashed it on the road. And the insurance company checked his tracker data of where the accident actually happened. Mm-hmm. And they realised it was on the airstrip. So they literally said, you've got one opportunity to actually tell us the truth.
Wow.
Yeah. But I don't know why he did, because he may as well have just risked it, because he then wasn't insured. He may as well have just doubled down on the lie.
That's the thing. I mean, I've seen cars at track days have incidents, cover over the car, truck it out to the road somewhere, drop it off.
But then they check the tracker.
Oh, God. Well, we're just getting on to like why we hate modern cars so much because of all that shit. Like,
yeah.
I mean, a couple episodes ago, I was talking about how happy I was to get into my. I do some photography at racetracks and stuff like that, and that requires a lot of in and out of the car, moving around to different photo spots to get all of the shots.
Yeah.
And how happy I was to be able to get into my little Lotus to go from corner to corner, and you're driving 20 minutes of this, you just hop in and drive. There's no beeping because you haven't put your seatbelt on. There's no like,
No.
go like so good.
And now they're monitoring your eyes.
Oh, dude,
They're like, take a rest. Like, no, I'm just,
it's crazy.
doing other stuff. Just leave
crazy.
me alone. Or maybe I'm actually looking and you're just don't like my face, or I've got sunglasses on, or
Yeah.
it's irritating.
Oh.
So the first thing you do now when you get in these cars, like even the Mercedes, like you've got the speed limit alert and all this kind of stuff, the Defender, you have to turn all the stuff, all the noises off.
Yeah. Yeah, we went to Queensland to a V8 supercar racing team. We work with a whole bunch of the supercars teams selling their race cars, and we had to get a high car when we were up there. So 2026 RAV4 or whatever it was. And for the entire drive, every 30 seconds, there was something the car had to beep at me for.
Yeah, it's
Just who is tolerating this?
It's crap. I do like the emergency braking stuff.
Okay.
I think that's great. That's great. That can't be a bad thing.
If it works right is the
If
problem.
you can turn the sense, sometimes it comes up with impact imminent and blah blah blah, and it beeps and whatever. But I would rather that there than not, because we all have lapses of concentration. We all have other things going on in the cars, dogs, kids, blah blah.
Yeah.
And actually, to have that safety net, I think it's worth a little bit of beeping every now and again. But the whole like speed limit alert stuff and monitoring your eyes and all this crap, like get rid of it. Honestly, it's appalling.
Yeah, no good. Radar cruise is one that really bugs me. I'm sure it works for a lot of people, but I like to set my cruise control and roll past everyone. I don't like my cruise control to keep slowing me down when I'm coming up to other cars.
This is true. I have it on all the time. I actually have it on as like kind of almost like it's just a safety net, just in case, again, if something goes on in the car and I momentarily lapse judgment, there is another set of eyes keeping my distance.
Yeah.
I know that's probably not what it's for, but I just told you I was a bad driver.
Oh God! Look, for me, when it comes to radar cruise, I'm big about traffic flow. So in Australia, we have some of the worst drivers in the world. Here, no one knows what they're doing. No one cares. No one understands.
Brake lights on the freeway.
Flow of moving. So traffic snakes, people braking on the freeway and just causing a colossal bank up.
Yeah.
Just all the time, right? People just making stupid decisions.
For anyone that doesn't understand that reference, go on YouTube and look at the experiment where everyone drives in a circle.
Yep.
They're told to drive at 5 miles an hour and there's equidistant between them all.
Yep.
And then invariably, eventually, some Burke drives too fast and has to put their brake on.
Yep.
And then that concertinas everyone up. And suddenly you've got half the circle completely standstill for no reason.
Yep.
When everyone's got space and everyone was moving, it's because people put their brakes on when they don't need to. So having just said I cause exactly that problem, I also do understand it. And I try not to touch the brake lights, obviously. I try not to.
It's such an important principle for just everyday drivers to understand, and it's not something that's ever taught.
And if you're leaving enough distance in front of the car, in front of you, then actually you can maintain the flow.
That's right.
You have to put the brakes on if you haven't left enough space.
Yeah.
So, but what annoys me in the UK, you probably get it here as well. If you leave ample room, people see that as, I can just come in because like there's enough space for another car. It's like that's the space that actually you need if you're a civilized, intelligent human being.
Yeah,
the wheel.
Absolutely. Yeah. And even like right lane hogging, using the fast lane. It's just sitting in the fast lane for no reason at all.
We get told off for hogging the middle lane.
Really?
We have a massive thing about middle lane hoggers in the UK.
Middle lane? Explain me that one. How's that work?
Well, I get grief the whole time for saying I don't understand this middle lane hogging nonsense, because sitting in the fast lane the whole way, I mean, I can do that. Happy days. But that in the UK means you are doing above the speed limit.
Yep.
Whether you like it or not, you're 10, 15 miles above the speed limit if you're in the outer lane. And if you are doing anywhere near the speed limit, you've got people driving that close to the back of you, beeping you, flashing you.
Is it acceptable to do 10 mile over there?
Informally, yeah. It's seen as acceptable. By some, I obviously think it's completely unacceptable. You should drive to the speed limit, max. the slow lane is for trucks and lorries.
Yes.
And where everyone should be. This is what the highway code says. Everyone should be in that slow lane unless you need to move out because there's a lorry doing 55 miles an hour. You should go into the middle lane. And if you really need to, then you can overtake in the outside lane. But actually, I don't like being in the slow lane. Not because it's slow, and that is an issue, but it's twofold. If you're in the slow lane, you have to keep moving out. Every time you change lane, there's an element of risk. It's way more risky than just staying where you are. And if everyone's constantly changing lanes,
disaster.
Nobody's checking blind spots because people are crap and they don't understand. So if everyone abides by the highway code, everyone's constantly moving lane the whole time.
Yeah.
Which is carnage in itself.
Yep.
And then you couple that with the fact that lorries and trucks, I don't want to be in their line of destruction. I don't know who's driving that lorry. That person's, they shouldn't have been, but they've probably been driving for, 10 hours straight. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be, 50, 100 meters up the path from a 10-ton lorry doing 50, 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I would rather be one over. Because if a Nissan Micra goes into the back at me at 50, 60, might be all right. Could be okay.
Yeah.
Lorry does, your car's a cube.
Yeah.
And everyone inside's gone.
Yep.
And that happens all the time. We see cases of it. So actually, as a risk management and a self-preservation, basic human instinct, I don't want to be in that slow lane. And I know that's bad driving. I know I'm going to get told off for that and it's not the right driving. And obviously I drive legally and I am in the slow lane where I'm supposed to be. But actually, I don't think, and you guys are saying that you should be in the right lane the whole time?
No.
Or you should be in the middle lane the whole time.
So we don't have any real solid rule for how it's supposed to be. Everyone does their own thing here. There's this sort of concept. Obviously, the right lane's a fast lane, the left lane's a slow lane. But people just hog any lane for whatever reason. No one's.
When you say hogging, you mean if it's a 70 zone, people are doing just 50?
Doing whatever they want to do.
Really?
No care for who's behind them.
Yeah, you can't behave like that.
No one checks mirrors here.
No, and I think that is the key. You're only hogging if you're, preventing flow of traffic or obscuring it or making the flow.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Preventing the flow of traffic. That's exactly what I mean. No one cares. They're just in a lane.
And I've never understood this, that if the middle lane is completely empty in front and behind you, but the slow lane is full of trucks, why would you be weaving in and out of the slow lane as opposed to just sitting in the middle lane?
Yes. That I totally agree with.
But people kick off about being in the middle lane.
Interesting.
And they get aggressive. And I've even had unmarked cars. I've had it once. An unmarked police car has come in front of me when I've been in the middle lane for, I don't know, a mile, whatever, with its thing on saying stop middle lane hogging.
What?
And you go, yeah. They kick off for the UK. It's I still don't understand it. And I know it's bad driving. And I actually try not to do it.
That's wild.
But if I'm filming a video and I've got my GoPro in and I'm driving along and you can kind of see where I am in the road.
Yeah.
And people can tell that I've been chatting, I've got an extended period of pros to camera.
Yeah.
They can tell that I've been in the middle lane. I get grief.
What?
I get grief, but no one has been able to explain to me if I'm not obstructing the flow of traffic, why it's a bad thing to do. No one can explain it other than you should be over in the left because that's what the highway. If it's not exactly what the highway code said. I get that is a reason in itself, but it doesn't mean it makes sense. But I think in day-to-day driving and real-world scenarios, I don't think it works.
Yeah,
when you've got lorries doing 55 and these things are 10, 15 tons or however. And, they can't see what's going on a lot of the time.
No.
And they do they do sometimes crush cars.
Oh, absolutely.
At pace.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get... Your Aussie audience aren't going to care about that. They're not going to give me grief. I would worry about saying that on a British podcast. I would worry about saying anything. That's crazy. Because people get really aggressive about it. That's crazy. Middle lane hogging. God, people get so annoyed. You middle lane... But it's hogging, but just driving in the middle lane.
But if you're not blocking anyone, then who cares?
This is it. There is literally no harm. And weaving in and out is dumb.
Yes.
And if you've got people doing 90, 100 in the outside lane, and you don't want to be doing 20, 30 miles an hour over the speed limit, and you've got other people doing, 10, 15, 20 under, and articulated
that's a big
lorries,
speed difference.
you're being a moron if you're anywhere other than the middle lane. And it's interesting you guys don't have a problem with it here.
Well, I mean, we have much stricter speed rules here. So you won't see a speed disparity like that on our highways. You'll see 10, 15 Ks an hour difference max.
Okay.
Sort of thing, unless you've got a real numpty that's...
You got average speed checks here?
Like there is a lot of average speed checks here, especially once you get out of the city.
They'll get you.
On the main freeways, they're almost all got average speed cameras on.
Really?
But there's also just regular speed cameras and cops everywhere.
Really? I guess your police have got very little to do comparatively with the UK.
All they have to do is find people for speeding and having big wheels and low suspension.
Although, to be fair, our police have got a lot on their plate, but they tend to leave that on the plate for fear of getting cancelled and just go for motorists instead. It's just easier. Just go get them.
Yeah, no, you'll get fully done, yelled at for being a danger to society for doing 4Ks over the limit.
Really?
Yeah. It's really strict here.
Perfect.
The transit lane, T2 lanes, you've got to have more than 2 people in the car at once. You have those.
Oh, carpooling lanes like they have in the US.
Yeah.
I think we might have them in some parts of the country, but then you just drive around with a mannequin.
People do that. Yep, absolutely.
Arguably. Again, I wouldn't do such a thing.
Well, I mean, circling it back around to the radar cruise, if you're in the middle lane coming up on someone and you need to go to the fast lane to go around them, the moment you get close enough to start deciding to go around them, you hit that blinker and the radar cruise goes, oh, there's someone in front of me. I'll slow down now. And now you're pulling into traffic that's 5 to 10 Ks faster than you on the brakes.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Kills me.
It's appalling.
Kills me.
Some people shouldn't have a license. Me included, actually, as a result of this podcast, I've realised.
Well, have you heard about the supercar license in South Australia?
No.
Right. So a Lamborghini plowed through off the street into a building and took out a school-aged girl. And that was just the biggest deal in the world. I mean, hooning and speeding are massive here.
Yeah.
Speed kills is the tagline of the police.
Really?
Speed kills. And so South Australia, after that big incident and that fast, have decided to implement supercar or high-powered vehicle licenses. So anything with a higher power to weight ratio than your M3s and your C63s, you've got to go and pay money to get another license.
What does that entail? Do you have to do like a driving course for the day, or
you fill out a form and you pay the money?
Oh, so it's not about safety.
This is not about safety in the slide.
We have something called Pass Plus that you get taken on sort of high speed driving and blah blah.
That's what you'd think it would be.
Yeah.
It's not involved. There is no driver training element at all. It is just fill out a form, pay us more. It's a tax, is
That's
what it
demented.
is. And now you can drive your high-powered vehicles. And the kicker is once you get the license, the rules for the license state that traction off is effectively illegal.
Really?
Like $5,000 fines for having traction control off on the road.
Yowzers.
Yeah.
And again, the older cars, God forbid you had a shunt, you just, turn the car off, and then it's who knows what's happened at that point.
That's
right. For the newer cars, it's probably logged somewhere.
Yep, absolutely.
Someone will be able to stick a USB in,
absolutely,
or HDMI or something.
Yeah. They'll read the telemetry and away you go.
Christ. Not an issue for me. I'd never turn it off. I wouldn't. No idea.
Oh, bloody hell. World's a mess, mate. World's a mess.
Yeah, we've not even broached the important stuff either. It's just cars, and we're already grumpy.
It's still a car podcast.
Yeah. Don't panic. But no.
So your 997 is, if you had to pick any, that'd be the car that you drive.
Yeah, as a car, just sort of sunny afternoon, nothing to do, no wife, no dogs. I can just get out hooning or driving sensibly. That is the car. That is the car I would use. Apologies, I've got my security systems going off.
Security systems. Your bollards are...
Everything's chirping. No, the wife would have just got up and gone in the garden. 997 GT3 RS. That's the one I would have.
RS2, like what do you think of the actual, like the physical gearbox that you interact with in the 997? I've always found that super notchy feel a little bit.
It's a bit much. When it's warmed up, it's slightly better, but it isn't. I don't think it's the best gearbox.
I don't think so either. People rave about them. Absolutely rave.
I think
about
it's a
them,
bit
Neil.
too notchy.
I
and a
think
bit
so too.
Too tough and sort of shovey.
It's not smooth and flowing. Like it really is a bit. It's almost like a gated Ferrari experience. You really got to clunk
Yeah,
it
but
around.
even the Ferrari though, if you get it in the right slots, it is quite flowing. But it is quite.
Yeah, there's no way to smoothly flow it.
No. You're
Yeah,
right.
it's an interesting thing.
Yeah, the Carrera GT box is nicer.
It's nicer. So let's talk about the Carrera GT. What is that car's famous for being dangerous and all that sort of stuff. What's it like to
And if
drive?
it's the same gearbox, I'm getting told off right now, but I don't think it is. It doesn't feel like it.
Surely it can't be.
No.
We should know.
I know nothing about cars. Who cares?
So what's the Carrera GT like to drive?
For someone that is a complete unmitigated Billy, it's really stressful. It's
Really?
exciting. It's the sort of car, if I take it out for 20 minutes, half an hour, I don't need to use that again for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Really?
I put it back in the garage and I think, well done, Tom. You've had your fun. That was very exciting. That was fantastic. But well done. We live to fight another day. That's how you feel when you how I feel when I put it back.
Full on. So the reputation is well deserved.
It is. And also the fact that car's like a crash helmet. You drop it on the floor, crash helmet, it's screwed.
Right.
That car, you crunch it, it's screwed. You know, it's carbon tub, blah, blah. There isn't really, I mean, you obviously can get a new tub and you would these days. It's not actually a write-off. It's big, but the RS, you can shunt it and stick it back together.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of them.
Yeah, that's
They're
right. That's
they're
right.
Lego.
Yeah,
They're like, oh no,
yeah.
it's fine. And obviously now the value on the Carrera GT adds to the stress of it. But the thing just wants to let go. Modern tire tech, and I think the KW dampers and blah, 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 it's a lot less scary than it was.
Yep.
But yeah, it's very daunting. And the other element, obviously, for a British driver, if you're driving on the left in that car, they're all left-hand drive. Ordinarily, we drive on the right, same as you guys. And it's just the fact that you're sat over on the left. You've got the gear knob up by your shoulder. You've got all the suspension noises basically coming in at face level because it's sort of push rod up at sort of dash level.
Yep.
There's just a lot going on, and
Sounds like a race car.
yeah, and obviously the clutch is a nightmare, although easy once you've actually driven it once or twice. The pedals are on the front wall. It is like a race car, but for someone that's coming out of even like a 911 GT3 RS, which is a very compromised, visceral car, jumping straight in that, it is, it's stress, but it's fantastic. There are very, very few cars like with you drive everything under the sun, that before I even get in that car, I'm stressed, I'm thinking about it, I'm a little bit excited. There's just a mix of emotions. Most other cars I get in, I don't think about it before I get in there. I'm barely thinking when I'm in there, and I get out and I think, well, whatever.
Yep.
I might have had a bit of fun. But that car really is an experience, and it like tugs on a million emotions all at the same time.
Wow.
It's full on. Yeah. So I think it definitely deserves its reputation, but it's not as leery as it used to be. Modern tire tech and dampers and blah, blah, they have sorted a lot of stuff out. And, the recall that they've just done was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
The fact
okay.
they supported to that level.
Yeah. I mean, that far on after the car was
I
made.
didn't buy the car off Porsche, and they've spent, 100 grand or so on my car, making it better for free.
That's awesome.
What a brand.
Yeah.
Honestly, what a brand.
We've said it. I mean, the last episode we filmed, we were saying it. Porsche are just...
What a class act, though. They did not need to do that. It was nothing to do with lawsuits, I don't think. You can't sue a brand over a car that was made 20 years ago because a part over normal wear and tear has failed.
Yep.
As far as I'm aware. Maybe you can in the States. You can sue anyone. for
Oh, the
anything
States is wild
You've
west.
got enough money, but I genuinely don't think they need to do that. And all the new parts are unbelievable. All made by, I think, Pankel, the guys that make a lot of bits for F1 and stuff.
Yeah.
So cool. They gave us new tires, free service.
That's wild.
You know, another part in the car actually sort of degraded in this recent service, and Porsche contributed towards it because they accepted that, I don't even know if it's true, they accepted that the car laying around because of the recall might have contributed to that part degrading. They don't need to do any of that.
Wow.
I love the brand either way. I wouldn't have said, well, actually, Porsche, how dare you? Yeah. My, coolant bottles degraded because the car was sat around. That's your... No, it's a 20-year-old car.
Yeah, that's right.
It happens. Unbelievable. Ferrari would never.
No.
F50s, they wouldn't care. Nah. The whole thing melted into a puddle next week because they made it out of some bad alloy. They wouldn't care. They'd just be like, whatever.
Yep.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Porsche, amazing. Well done. Yeah, fantastic. I think the only other brand that would probably ever do that is Mercedes.
Yeah,
potentially.
I agree.
There was some latent defect with the SLS that somehow something just turned into cheese after 15 years and started going wrong. I think Mercedes potentially would probably support their cars. Yeah, but I think they're the only other brand that would do it.
Yeah,
frankly.
But they obviously care a lot more about their brand reputation than Ferrari do at the moment.
And they realised that car's a watershed moment for them, a halo product. And the kind of people that buy that car are brand enthusiasts. They're the sort of people that will buy a Cayenne electric as well as, a GT3. They'll have the whole range across their driveway. They'll have as many of their cars as suits their use cases. So they're proper brand supporters. So yeah, hats off to Porsche, really. And Porsche I'm not on their payroll. I don't have to be nice about them. Actually, I do some hosting for them in Dubai occasionally, like once a year, hopefully maybe this year, if everything sorts itself out over there. But I'm not nice about them because I want money. I just think they're a cool brand and I buy their stuff. So yeah, big ups. And made the value go up as well. So
absolutely. Certainly not complaining.
No, definitely not.
So what's coming up in the future for you? Have you got any cars on the radar? Obviously the market's all over the place at the moment.
Yeah, market in the UK for the collectible, visceral, analog, 90s, 2000s, bedroom wall stuff and future bedroom wall stuff is just going potty. Yeah. It's going absolutely potty. Yeah. I think you guys are yet to get into that.
We're a bit behind that.
A bit quieter here. Yeah. I think that's coming. And it's kind of going against the flow of all sort of normal economic metrics, really. Interest rates are high. There's a lot of instability in the world. Yep. And people are still going potty buying cars. But actually, I think that sometimes fuels it. It's maybe a longer discussion, but I think cars now, whereas 10 years ago they weren't seen as such, they're now seen as alternative asset classes. So you like your gold, silver. Yeah. They're kind of now in that sphere of the car can be seen as like a blue chip investment, whereas it never used to. Absolutely. Never used to. So yeah, we're experiencing kind of leery times. I tried to buy an Aventador SV a couple of months ago, got stitched up twice on one of those, gave up because the price was almost moving by the minute. Got messed around on that. I did try buying a Saleen S7 twin turbo. It is cool. That is really cool. Now, God knows what the market value is on that.
I find that car so interesting because it's a weird one. It's left field. It's hardly even made. But you can say Saleen S7 to any car enthusiast and they all know what it is. Somehow that car penetrated correctly.
Video games.
I think so. And movies. Yeah.
Not winning Le Mans.
Yeah. Not winning Le Mans. We were discussing this earlier today. Oh, Saleen. Did that win? Like Googling it. Did that car?
Because I told you it won Le Mans, and then as soon as I said it, I thought, did it win Le Mans? That doesn't sound right.
I could tell you what movie it was in.
Yeah, exactly. And it was in the 50 Cent Candy Shop video. You name it. So real kind of high end cultural moments. But yeah, and that car was abroad and it all got a bit like just chaotic to navigate. So I gave up with that. I've been fiddling around with the numbers and trying to import a 918. That's a pain in the backside. Because I finance my cars, I need to fund it when it lands in the UK. Yeah. Once it's gone through the inspection process and you can do an HPI in it, then a funder can then I can borrow against it. But I need the car bought. Yeah. And brought in. So someone needs to buy it, basically a bridging loan, and then So yeah, basically, I am far too poor to actually just buy one of these cars from abroad, and trying to cash flow someone else is just there are people that will do it. And guys that I work with, some great bunch. But when people are busy and stuff, you don't want to be knocking down their door and getting their heads in, sort of asking them for a favor. And you know, there would be margin in it for them, but it's just not that exciting, you know, tying up £500,000 to help me import a car and maybe peeling 20, 30 grand out of it. I mean, for an indefinite period of time, once it gets registered.
That's right.
And the other thing with the Salient is I don't know whether or not that thing would pass all the road legal tests in the UK. I don't know whether or not. And the only way of doing it is getting someone to spend God knows what on the car, bringing it in, realising potentially it can't be road legal, and then
what do you do?
Saying, soz.
Well, what are your rules like in the UK for that sort of stuff? Because here is a disaster. Like you can't register a LaFerrari. You can't register, you just can't.
I think we're pretty lax. I think people have driven around, you know, if you put indicators on a shed, you can drive it around.
Nice.
I've seen that. People, there's a road legal shed in the UK, like an actual shed.
That's what New Zealand's like. Anything goes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I think I would probably be okay, but then who knows? In this day and age, I'm not 100% sure. So, manual Murcielago, I have found one of those abroad as well. We were speaking about that earlier, but again, it's just a pain. So, next car, not 100% sure. I think I'm pretty done, to be honest. I think the stuff now that I'd be looking to buy would just be buying for the sake of it, which is still a good reason.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's still some hidden value out there. But
what about resto mods?
Was very, very tempted by TWR Supercat.
Oh, yeah.
And I still am. I think it's cool. I like the whole 911 resto mod thing, but I think it's done to death.
It is.
And I've got fatigue. Yeah, I'm a bit fatigued by it.
Okay.
There aren't really. It's not a resto mod, but I do fancy a Di Tommaso P72.
One of the most gorgeous cars
they were
ever.
A bargain. The original price of that car.
Yeah.
They were really, really, really well priced. I think they're about $1 million. US.
Yeah. Okay.
Which.
What are they now?
I think they're about 1.8, but they're all sold out.
Oh, but the production versions of those have the V8 in them, don't they?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It was only the test mule that had the V12.
Yes,
which is the one that you'd want, that V12.
It is. Yeah. I still think though for $1 million US, I think that's a pretty cool car.
It's
unbelievable.
Cool
it's probably one of the best looking cars.
Oh.
Of all time, other than the XJT20, of course.
Well, have you seen the new Genesis supercar? It was just,
I have, but yeah,
just another. I mean, it's a lot better than what fucking Ferrari's doing right now.
It is. Are they making it, or is it a concept?
Yeah, that's a concept.
Okay, so I'm kind of tuning out a bit.
What about the Toyota, the new Toyota,
the electric LFA thingy?
No, it's not electric. It's V8.
Is it V8?
Yeah, bloody oath. It's like a new LFA. Can't remember what it's called. GT something.
Oh yeah, Yazoo or something, isn't it? Yazoo Racing.
Something.
Gazoo Racing.
GR, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Gazoo.
Just that lack of care factor for modern stuff, really.
Good. I'm glad they're doing it.
Oh, absolutely. I don't
think it's for me, but I'm glad they're doing it. I like the LFA, but I don't think I could.
I can't handle the gearbox. I mean, we just went out for lunch in the Novitec, which is an F1 flappy paddle, and I can barely stand that.
It's brutal.
It is brutal.
But then people love Aventadors and that gearbox. It drives like it's broken.
Sean hates them. Sean will tell you all day how much he hates the Aventador.
It only really works if you're in Corsa and absolutely hammering it.
Yeah, it only works when you are 100% throttle.
And if you're cruising around, you have to drive it like a man. You have to kind of come off the throttle.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
You have to learn, which I like the level of driver involvement, but no. No, he says, having just bought a 599 with a single.
That's going to be interesting.
So the HGT comes with faster shifts, and then you can make the shifts even faster with some sort of GTO mapping or something. Apparently you can make that box pretty good.
Okay.
Believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
I haven't even driven it yet, so I'll let you know.
Yeah, absolutely. When do you pick it up?
When I get back.
Yeah, okay.
From this side of the world, so early July.
Okay, nice.
Then it'll probably be on my social media once I've edited up in August 2028.
Do you still edit everything yourself?
I do, and I get so many people saying, you should have an editor.
Yeah.
The reality is, I have to take the footage off my memory card, stick it on a computer, upload it all, obviously sift through the footage first, make sure that, there's everything on there's okay. Then the editor has to edit it within 1 or 2, 3 business days, whenever they've got time to do it. Send it back to me. I have to then watch it through, submit them amendments. Then they have to edit it again, or do the amendments with it. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
I'd rather just sit there for 40 minutes or half an hour. It doesn't take me long to edit it.
Yeah.
And do it once. And then because I work with brands, and there's always an advert in my videos, my audience will know, there's just so many adverts in all of them. The stuff where I just pop up like the shopping channel with something at the start, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Which is always really good. Like, the brand will always ask for something to be amended and blah, blah. I'd rather just go back into Final Cut, snip it, and then just, it's done. Yeah. Rather than, oh, hello, Ian, can you please edit this? And, oh, you're at a wedding. Oh, brilliant. Well, I won't earn money this week then. Don't worry about it, mate. Have a nice time.
Yeah.
I don't want that, and I've had it, and I'm bored of it, so I'd rather just do it myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard so many horror stories of people trying to make editors work, and it's very, very, very small window in which it works, and otherwise,
if the channel was making hundreds of thousands a month, if I was a Matt Armstrong or one of these Goliaths making an insane amount of money, it would make sense. It would make sense, and also my videos. What Matt does, he's actually got stuff he's doing.
But he won't have an editor in Indonesia doing it or something like that. He'll have an editor in the UK.
Yeah, he can afford to have someone on a salary with him.
That's right. That's fine. That works. That's
filming and editing, because they're there with the camera filming and editing. So you either get someone filming and editing or you do it yourself. Yeah. You can't do sending a load of stuff.
No, it just never works.
It never works. It's just poo.
Yep.
He's busy fixing cars and doing whatever. So it makes sense that he's doing that while someone's editing. Yep. Whereas me, I finish filming and then I'm just staring at the wall. May as well edit it.
He works very hard.
I actually do work really hard, but everyone says they do and no one believes it anymore. So whatever.
Oh, bloody
good.
hell.
Any other business?
I think that's pretty much covered it all. I think we've done well.
Yeah, if they're still listening at this point, I'll give them all a medal.
Look, we say small, but we have a very dedicated audience.
Good.
The beauty about Sean is, it's a shame he's not here today, but the beauty about Sean is he is as raw as it gets. So people either love him or hate him. And the people that love him are here for life. And it's awesome. Yeah. We have this amazing little engaged community.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to be rude to me in the comments?
Not at all.
You're laughing back there. Are they going to be, am I getting abused, do you reckon? The what?
The word lorry.
What's lorry?
Truck.
Lorry?
Yeah, you say.
I said lorry.
Lorries.
Oh, I thought someone was going to call me a lorry. I was like, I know I've put on a bit of weight, but come on. Okay, lorry truck. Yeah, you're going to need a translator for a lot of it.
Yeah,
a lot of
you might get a bit of stick for the EQA stuff, but besides that'll be fine.
Listen, you come live in London, and we'll have a discussion then about having an anonymous car. I don't like being stabbed.
Fair enough. I mean, your city has almost the same population our entire country has, so fair enough.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of them are as nice as the majority of people in Australia.
Yeah, look, you got some problems over.
We are an angry bunch in London. We are an angry bunch.
Well, I'll find out in September when I come visit.
Yeah, I'll come stab you. Good old welcoming.
I look forward to it.
No, we'll kick off things lightly. Give you you can come as well. I'll nick your phone as well if you come.
I'll put the watch away.
Yeah. That's gone. But genuinely, just you go steady. They'll pinch your phone out of your hand if you're standing around.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They love it.
That's crazy.
A little sorrow on electric bikes.
Oh, really? And so here, electric bikes are a thing. All the young gangs are on electric bikes. Just
Really?
Yeah.
Snatching phones?
Oh, doing all sorts of stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Let me tell you a story. I think we've told this story in the podcast before. So the car park out here, with the big F1 mural on the wall. So we had a group of young guys on electric bikes come in. They're catalytic converter stealers.
Oh, you have that here as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, cute.
So the next door neighbours had a car sitting in the car park, a four-wheel drive, so you don't need to jack it up. And we've obviously got cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
In the car park, yeah. So they come over to that gate over there. It's not working at the moment, yeah. Which, mind you, was broken at the time and could have been pushed open. They walked 2 feet around the corner to where the fence is, cut a hole in the fence when they could have just walked through the gate, and then put their backs up against the mural, the actual wall, and shimmied spy movie style along the back wall. And we're looking at these cameras just watching these idiots shimmy their way.
Why were they shimmying?
I don't know. It's the most hilarious bit of security.
Did they get caught? Get that on your Instagram. That'll get viral again.
Well, the next day we had the police come and look at the footage, and they knew who they were. It's just stupid. But of course, they're under the car. You can see the sparks coming out, and then they get it out, and then they shimmy back. What? Backs against the wall. It's just the best. Just the best.
On the gram. It's ridiculous. So depressing, though.
Oh, bloody hell. People just don't have anything better to do. Go make something of your lives. I'm stealing catalytic converters.
Go be a vlogger.
Yeah. That's a moral profession. Adding to society.
Not the way I do it. No, it is. I'm fine.
No, we love it. Awesome. Well,
Good.
thank you very much for coming, mate. It's been a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you
very
so much.
Cheers, everyone.
We'll see you soon.
Ciao.